Yo, what's up?
Surprise, we're trying a new thing.
Yeah, we kind of mentioned this before. This is a shorter chapter, so sometimes what we will do is rather than try to save everything up and then record everything on the last minute on Sunday, which is what we do a lot.
Spoilers.
We're just gonna do this one ahead of time. We actually just recorded the Chapter 3 episode. I just uploaded it. And we're just going to record Chapter 4 right now, probably put it up in the middle of the week, because unless I'm very much mistaken, this is going to be really short. And I just realized I have the editing headphones on, not the recording headphones. Yes, it actually does matter, because the recording headphones feed my own voice back into my ears so I can hear myself speak like the egotistical narcissist that I am. Actually, it's so that I can keep an eye on levels. Anyway... we're going to try a thing where we put up an episode, a couple short episodes a week, sometimes. Hey, welcome back to Wheel Takes, a podcast that is about the Wheel of Time series of fantasy novels written by Branbert Jorderson, which is started by Robert Jordan and then ultimately tied into a bow at the end there by Brandon Sanderson. My name is Gus, and I've read all of them.
And I'm Allie, and I am on Book 12, Chapter 4?
Explicitly Chapter 4. You did read it a minute and a half ago.
I did.
It's short. It's like 8 fucking pages long.
It was a good time.
This podcast only contains spoilers for what Allie's already read, and again today that's going to be everything up to and including The Gathering Storm, Chapter 4. Al?
Yes.
Nothing has changed in the past 25 minutes since we stopped recording.
It's true.
So I would ask how you're doing, and I will, because you know what? It's been several days for some of the listeners, not the ones who are listening in the future, who are going episode by episode. They are getting this as close to in real time as anybody.
What kind of a sweet thing happened today? Can I share a sweet thing?
Sure.
So I got a text from my cousin.
Oh yeah, this is cute.
So my grandmother passed away last year. She was not a particularly nice woman, but she had a lot of frustrations, being a very ambitious woman that was very limited in her time period, in the 50s. And so, she was a very, bitter person.
Yeah.
She had accomplished a lot. She lived in the Barbizon in New York City, which is where Sylvia Plath also lived. So she was very cool. She was an off-Broadway actress and she was a model and she was just, she did a lot of cool things and then kind of got forced into a life she didn't want.
Yeah.
But it's just she passed away last year and my cousin at my sister's wedding came up to me and she's like, has anyone ever told you you look just like her? And I was like, no. I'd never really seen a picture of her young. And she goes, oh, you do. I'll send you a pic. And so she sent me a picture of my grandmother.
It's creepy.
And we look so similar.
It's wild.
It's actually wild. I sent it to a couple friends. They were like, which one are, a side-by-side comparison of a black and white photo of me and a black and white photo of her. And they were like, are those the same person? They're like, which one is you? They asked me which one is you, which I thought was actually kind of crazy. So it was really cool. Down to how we stand. I think the only thing that was different is our nose. So I don't know, it was kind of neat in a way to be like, oh, and I'm doing a creative career. I get to do that and she didn't. And I don't know, it's just kind of nice in a way to be like, look how far we've come. And that her granddaughter gets to do her dreams and have her husband and family.
It's fun, isn't it?
I think that's really neat. And so, yeah, I don't know. It was cool. It was a cool thing. You know that TikTok sound that's like, you don't know me, but I know you. It felt like that in a cool way.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was a cool thing that happened that I forgot to share on the last episode.
I love it.
Look at that.
I love it.
Anyway, all of this to avoid talking about Gawyn.
Your boy.
Okay. I would hate to say it. I felt kind of bad for him in this chat.
Is this the Gawyn deconstruction 10 minutes.
It felt like it, and I was like, what's happening?
The Gawyn deconstruction insert timestamp of episode length here.
Felt like,
I had to say it so I could make it the episode title.
It felt like maybe.
If that's what it's going to be. It might not be. Y'all fucking know. I don't.
Is it Gawyn deconstruction hour?
Well, you were saying 25 minutes ago, watch, I'm going to start liking Gawyn. And then you read this chapter and you went,
I felt a little bad
my
for
God.
him.
You went, is he actually starting to reflect?
It seemed like it. I hope so.
It was quite something.
Anyway, so shall I read my notes?
I wish you would knock it out of the park. Take it away. Drive this fucking bus.
All right. Gawyn chap.
Oh. Nor.
What has a 3-star insignia? Oh, there was an army.
It's your boy.
It's the Aes Sedai.
Gareth. Gareth specifically, I guess. I thought it was the bull with the fucking roses, but I guess that was a different thing.
I think the Aes Sedai army is...
Well, but he muses on the 3 stars as being Gareth Bryn, doesn't he?
No, he says Aes Sedai.
Oh, okay. Sorry, go on.
Oh, thank God they're not going to do it.
No, it's Gareth Bryn.
What?
His sigil is... Hold on, don't look too close. As we just reiterated, you can't actually read the screen.
It's you know what? It's getting better.
Uh-oh, don't look.
My flare-up is getting better.
I'm glad to hear that.
I didn't look. I'm assuming that it says that he dies because
I
think he and Swan die.
What?
Gareth Bryn. I think he and Swan both die.
His house sigil is the bull, but it also says his sigil is 3 golden stars, each of 5 rays. His sigil is golden stars. House Bryn's sigil is a bull wearing the collar of
Aes Sedai
roses.
army, and I was like, why do the Aes Sedai need an army? But okay.
Huh. All right, whatever.
I said, oh no, is this a Saladar group?
It is.
Oh, thank God they're not going to do it.
They're not.
Maybe you wouldn't have to fight every man who's been a mentor to you if you didn't make shitty decisions. Who's Collin? Gus looked it up for me. He's, what's it called?
Hamar's buddy.
He's
the other weapons master.
You may want to take Gareth Bryn off the
God.
screen.
Yes, we have 2 screens. I forgot.
Yeah. I was like...
You're tired of
I won't
shielding.
look, but it is tempting.
Shielding your eyes.
Gawyn, it's called trauma. He's like, why can't I stop thinking about Collin and Hamar? And I'm like, because of trauma.
Yeah.
Slow realization. This is a quote from the book. His slow realization that he may have given his allegiance to the wrong side took you long enough. Emphasis on slow. Gawyn, moderate king. He's like both sidesing everything.
He is a little bit both sidesing the Aes Sedai
one side
Civil War.
is a despot giving herself unlimited power while making absolutely Looney Tunes decisions. The other is your girlfriend competently leading a council of educated women. Gawyn, this is the same.
Who is also
I'm having a hard time making a decision.
Also allied to your sister.
Gawyn, both sides are bad.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Gawyn to Egwene, you're tearing me apart, Lisa.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was good. That was good. Maybe I'll have to throw a little sound. That should be on the soundboard.
What?
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
You're tearing me apart,
Why isn't
Lisa?
that on the soundboard?
A reference to
The Room.
The Room.
An incredibly wild movie.
An unbelievably good movie.
You can't do that.
It's an Oscar-winning.
You can't say that because people are going to think you're serious. I don't want to talk too much about The Room. You can just look. I do want to talk about The Room, but we can't talk about The Room. Just look up The Room.
This chapter's 8 pages. We theoretically could.
Tommy Wiseau. 3-hour episode. 7 minutes of it are actually about the chapter.
That's how we do.
That is how we do.
No.
Last episode we talked about Shakespeare for 10 fucking minutes.
I know. Hey, the mood strikes to talk about the Billy Shakes. The mood strikes to talk about the Billy Shakes. We don't make the rules.
No. Well, we do actually. It's
do.
our podcast.
Yeah, you are our captives on this thrilling adventure of ours.
This wild and crazy ride.
Yeah. You're just a voyeur, really, on our relationship.
That is what a podcast is.
I know. I realized that.
That's what a podcast is.
People come up to us sometimes, and it's actually very sweet. They'll come up to us and be like, you have great chemistry. And I'm like, I hope so. Well,
what is really fun to me is going to conventions, and people come up to me And I love when this happens. I genuinely do.
No,
Like-
yeah.
and
We
they're
love
like,
when people say nice stuff to us, we
they're
genuinely
like,
very much love it.
Gus, and I'm like, have I met you? I am not sure, but I act like just in case. Just in case. I'm like, oh my God, how are you? And they're like, you don't know me. I'm like, fuck, I feel like a fake asshole right now.
Well, here's the thing. I'd rather be like fake in that way than hurt somebody's feelings.
Yeah.
I think that's just called being a nice person.
I just have a garbage memory. Like I remember
Okay,
interactions.
no. You have a garbage memory, I think, for faces.
I have a garbage memory for faces and for names, not for interactions. Interactions I
Yeah.
tend to remember very, very well.
Facts, quotes, locked in.
Well, it was fun because I've been talking lately about how I want to get into DMing, like not direct messaging. I don't really direct message people.
No.
But getting into dungeon mastering or game mastering for tabletop games. And our friend, our video editor for other project, was like, you seem like you would specifically really like that because you fucking love rules.
You do.
And then you also like it
love
when
rules.
things go a little wrong within a framework.
And then you can fix
And then I
the
can
wrong.
like try to drive a train back onto the tracks.
Yeah. I think you would be a great DM.
I've never done it.
I don't know why you haven't done this before.
I don't know, but I read board game manuals for fun.
I know that about you.
So it seems like the kind of thing I would be into.
You know what? I don't know that I can really shame you for that. Which I wouldn't anyway, because your hobbies are your hobbies. And it's so nice that you do read those board game manuals because no one else in the game night wants to do that.
I love it.
I know.
I love
it's
rules.
So nice to have you because no one else wants to even listen to what the rules are.
You know what? I know. I am aware that people do not like listening
You
to
have a
rules.
spouse with ADHD.
Yeah.
You drive the train at all times. I occasionally take the steering wheel and drive us toward a cliff, and then you figure out how to make the train fly. Like it is.
I think that we drive together very well.
Well, I feel like no. I go, okay, cool. We're on this track, but like, did you know the train can fly?
And I'm like, can it?
And I'm like, we're gonna find out.
Can it?
And then it does.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's our lives. And then you're like, okay, but could we like play on the track for a while?
Yeah. Well, this is like years ago. We had been talking about buying a grill, and I dithered and dithered and dithered and dithered and dithered and dithered. And then you said, oh, we're having friends over for a barbecue. And I said, when? And you said Saturday, and this was Wednesday. And I said, we do not have a grill.
And I
you
said, I know.
We're gonna have one by Saturday. Have fun. And you left. And so then in the 3 days between Wednesday and Saturday, I researched grills, found one that I liked that was on sale, bought it, built it.
Because here's what I knew. If I didn't give you a deadline, we would still not have a grill.
That's probably true.
How many barbecues have we thrown since then?
Like 10.
At least 10.
At least 10.
At least 10. And you had been telling me you were going to get me a grill for a year.
I had.
Now, some of you might be listening and going, well, why, Allie, why don't you get the grill? Here's why I don't get the grill.
This is very true. I know what you're going to say.
I don't do any research.
That's true.
It's true. I would buy the first grill that looked okay, that had a price that I thought was fair. It would probably be the first thing that came up on Google. It would be the grill I bought, which is it responsible? No.
SEO.
Do I understand why I'm like
you.
this?
Search
No.
engine optimization. You are the target audience.
I am the reason SEO exists because I will click the first thing and be like, that's what I bought.
See, I'm the kind of person who, if I am buying fucking bamboo skewer or anything, I will do
I know.
appalling amounts of research.
And listen, are our things so much better with you than with me? And since you have come into my life, like, do we have better appliances? Do we have better everything? Yeah. But does it take 10 years for us to buy anything?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what's really funny is there's one time where I was cooking, I don't know, I needed a can opener, and our can opener broke, and it was like 8 p.m. No, it was 7 p.m. and the store closed at 8. And I was like, fuck, I need to make dinner. I don't have a can opener. So I ran to the store and I bought the can opener they had. It's the one time that I didn't do any research on an appliance. and it was a name brand can opener. It was like a known brand. And I was like, this will be fine. It sucked. It is the worst can opener. This sounds like a petty thing, but no, it's not. It was fucking infuriating. The teeth wouldn't fucking clench, and it took forever to open anything, and it kept slipping off, and it ruined my can opening experience, and I will never not do research on stupid petty bullshit again. I have since bought an OXO can opener, which is significantly better. It's really good.
And this is the thing. He knows the brand of every appliance we have.
It's an OXO Good Grips can opener that I have now.
I am just like, does it work? Yes.
Well, here's the thing.
Great.
Maybe not, as we may have learned about the can opener.
No, this is the thing. I love this about you, but this is the other thing. He will do all the research, and he will figure out the best thing for us to buy. He will figure that out. And he will be like, I figured it out, Allie. And I'm like, great. You figured out what we're going to buy. And he's like, yep. And this is how much it costs. And like, that's good market value. And la da 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 da. Here's all the features. I'm like, amazing. When is it arriving? And he's like, I have to think about it still.
That's true. I do that.
And I'm like, you know which one it is. I know you have conducted at least an hour of research on this.
That's what I did with our TV.
That is more time than anyone has spent on an appliance ever.
That was what I did with our TV. You remember?
Like, yes.
I spent 4 months doing miscellaneous research. I set everything up. I determined the thing that would work best with our the size we had. I figured out the right mount to get. I did all of that, right? How many HDMI ports, which ones supported eARC, multiple of that, and then I figured out exactly what we needed, and I waited 3 months to buy it.
I know.
It not like it was going to go on sale.
I know. I know.
And then the funny thing is, it did go on sale, and I still didn't buy it.
I know.
And I looked at it being on sale, and I was like, it might go on sale for more.
No.
And you watched me sitting there staring at the computer, because you have to make purchases like that on the big computer, not the small computer. Although, weirdly, I will book flights on my phone, which sounds like unhinged behavior.
That actually does sound like unhinged behavior.
Yeah, I will do that, though.
Though, granted, you are the one that books the flights as well, because, again, I will pick the first flight.
Oh, you can't do that.
I know.
Can't do that.
I know this about myself. I cannot be trusted with documents, and I cannot be trusted with schedules, and I cannot be trusted with research.
So I'm
for things that are not like the Dyatlov Pass incident. Like,
you did a lot of research on that yesterday.
Yes, I did. I hyperfixated on that a lot yesterday. But is that going to be useful to anything or relevant to anything that I am doing?
Well,
no.
The Dyatlov Pass incident might be useful for you if you are climbing through the Dyatlov Pass.
Which I wouldn't be doing after that research.
An avalanche. But I was staring at the thing with the items in my cart, and I was agonizing over this.
I know.
And I knew we could afford it, and I knew it would be fine. And you're watching me sweat and like bite my nails, and eventually you just go,
my
for
God.
fuck's sake. And you lean over and you click purchase. And I screamed. I didn't, but you know.
No, it's true. This is what I'm here for. I am here to help Gus make a decision.
That is among other things.
Yes, because I am a rather, once I know what I want to do, I do not look back. I do the thing.
No, you don't.
I do not. My mother, I love her. I do love my mom. But every time she would make a decision, after that, she would agonize over it. Just, should we have done this? Could we have done that differently? So much so that oftentimes it didn't feel like she enjoyed the decision that we had made, right? And I would always go like, oh my God, just enjoy yourself. Like, it's not that deep. We don't need to like examine 10 years later whether I should have gone to a different high school. Literally, like this year, she asked me if I should have gone to a different high school. And I'm like, Ma, that is so in the rear view at this point. Like, there is nothing we can do about it now. Maybe, but there's nothing we can do about it now, is there?
Now, we've been talking about this for about 10 minutes. I don't remember how we got on here. I know we started by talking about the
I don't
grill.
either, but I do think it's relevant to Gawyn because he's stuck between two things. And I'm sitting here going, I would have a long time ago, I would have after Demise Wells quit. I don't have a lot of tolerance for bullshit, I think. I think that's one of the things about me is like, if something is not right for me, I will just walk away from it.
That is true about you.
Yeah. And not in like a flaky way. Like if something is right for me, I am like there. But if something is not right for me, I don't tend to dither very much or do a lot of look backs. I think, yeah, in part because my mom did that so much that I was like, what's the point of that? And she'll tell you herself that she doesn't like that this bothers her.
Sure.
That like she wishes she weren't this way. And like I think it's a beautiful quality, by the way, that you are such a careful person. I am honestly like I could afford to be a lot more careful as a person. But I am not wired that way. I am wired where I'm like, I will give you a deadline. I have decided to throw a barbecue. And we will need a grill for that. So you have a deadline because I know you and I know you need a deadline for things sometimes.
That's
and
true.
I know sometimes you need someone to click the button.
That's true.
And that's fine.
I am quite happy with the grill we got.
Often when Gus has an email he doesn't want to send, he writes it, I read it, and then I click send.
It's great. It's very useful.
Yeah.
It's very helpful.
If you are a dithery person, get yourself someone who will click the buttons for you.
Allie, do you...
Wait.
Yes.
I had a larger point. I had a larger complimentary point. I think, like, I have other things that I am good at, right? I kind of, you keep the train on the track, I keep the train moving.
Yeah.
Is kind of our dynamic, right?
Well, the metaphor that I have used throughout our relationship is that you're like 11 balloons and I'm a small rock.
Yeah. You're a rock that keeps me level.
You keep the rock moving through the air, and then I keep the balloons from
flying into the stratosphere.
Flying into different directions.
Yes, because like I am just a monster, and I hate admin. I can't do admin.
Yeah.
Anything admin. I can't do stuff that doesn't interest me. And you are so good at being interested in the careful details. I'm not a detail-oriented person.
How did we got on this by talking about DMing and board game rules and...
Oh, well, I think everyone needs someone like you and everyone needs someone like me.
Yeah, I hear you. We're very well matched.
Makes our dynamic work.
But how did we get in this conversation in the first place?
I never know.
We talked about...
I just operate on... Again, I operate completely on vibes.
Sure.
I am a go with the flow, pee in the wind.
I wouldn't do that.
I know you wouldn't.
That's true.
I know you.
Well.
See, here's the thing: is like I'm a kind of person shit happens to because I just like go for it and do shit and find out what happens. You study and you plan your attack. We're just different, and so I have like weird shit happen to me all the time because I'm not the most careful person. I have a lot of good stories because of it. I also have a lot of sad stories because of it. But like, I think that I'm also a good time.
I'm a big fan.
But you're a good time in a different way.
Do you have any
You're
other?
dependable.
Thank you.
Here's the problem, though. For people like me, when we look at job applications, they're never looking for people like me. They're looking for people like you every time. They're looking for detail-oriented. They're looking for punctual. They're looking for organized. I am none of those fucking things.
But I'm not a morning person.
Neither am I, though.
I cannot get up early. We've talked about this, though.
I'm like, what are we supposed to do? I want one job that posts that's like, I'm looking for a fucking disaster. Podcasting, actually. But like, I just want one that's like, I don't care if you show up on time. I don't care. I'm the personality hire of every job I've ever done.
I don't think that's true, but that is kind of you're wonderful. That is kind of the premise of The Haunting of Hill House, the book, going back to what we talked about before.
Yeah, the personality hire. By the way, I meet a deadline though. I meet a deadline like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I will work hard, but I just I'm not organized and I'm not punctual.
So we've been talking about this for 15 minutes.
Well, I just wanted people to know this.
And I'm into it. But we should probably talk about Gawyn.
You know what? This is my way of talking about Gawyn.
Sure. That's fair.
Because right now, Gawyn is in the middle of a very difficult decision. Actually, I always feel like my weird diatribes at the beginning and my weird offshoots in my mind are connected to what we're talking about.
I feel like they're kind of the point most of the time.
They are. So if you will let me get to my point.
Yes. Please, go on.
In 7 to 10 years.
Take your time.
What I'm doing is saying Gawyn right now is in the middle of the decision. And to me, he is giving essence of Gus. about it. He's hemming and hawing. He has all the information in front of him. He's just afraid to jump.
But this is only after, respectfully.
And you're not
saying,
you're not a both sides or no.
And I'm not saying you would have made the same.
There's equality.
I'm not saying you would have made the same decision Gawyn did, but this is only after he did this seems like a good idea. Because he did. He was in a position where he had to. He bought a shitty can opener is what happened.
He bought a shitty can opener.
He bought a garbage fucking can opener, and he has been trying to open
and now
beans
he's hemming
for fucking 8 books. It's always fucking beans. It always comes back to fucking beans.
And then our cat steals the beans.
Our cat does. So Gawyn's been trying to open the beans for his chili, and he's just, the can opener sucks, and the beans keep slipping, and they end up on the fucking floor. And then he's like, what am I supposed to do? Now the cat comes, eats the beans off the floor, and he's like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Beaker does eat beans.
He fucking loves beans.
He loves beans.
But
it's a problem.
That's the thing. Gawyn bought a bad can opener, but rather than, only now is he like, maybe I should have bought a different can opener.
Yeah, well, I think he's been suspecting this for a while, because Do My's Wells was when he started to kind of go, maybe Elida is bad for me. But
well, that's what he's saying now.
I'm like, break up with her, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if something is wrong for me, and I think it's wrong for me, I will ask 3 friends, get their opinion, and then make a decision.
That's what he's saying now, but I think he hasn't been as open with himself about it prior to this chapter.
Well, I don't think we've gotten really in his head.
Once or twice.
No, because he's like, I think Elida's trying to kill me. He thought that after
he did
Do
think
My
that.
Wells.
That's true.
Which I'm like, I think that was the beginning of the deconstruction. But I'm like, deconstruct faster, motherfucker. Yeah. My God. Like, Egiana got like one piece of information and threw her entire culture away. Your girlfriend is telling you that the things that you think are true are not true. She's also the head of the other side.
She is. That's true.
So the time to throw everything to the wind was when you fucked her in the dream.
Probably.
I would be so annoyed. If I were the Amerlin seed on the other side and my boyfriend were trying to take out some of my army.
It's not great.
I'd be so annoyed. First of all, I wouldn't have been dating Gawyn in the first place because, again, he's not right for me. But second, for 80 reasons, one of them is he's far too young. But
yeah,
were I Gawyn, granted, when I was 20, I had not developed my understanding that my gut is 9 times out of 10 correct, right? 9 times out of 10, I can go with my gut and I will usually land on my feet or have a funny story. One of the 2 things is true. But Gawyn is, I guess, me in my 20s where I'm like, but he's like nice to me sometimes.
You were dating me for your entire 20s.
Okay, me at 17.
Sure. Which is about how old Gawyn is, give or take.
So I guess that's consistent. But I would be so annoyed. You've got to stand by your woman. Look at Doug and Kamala.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Look at that golden retriever energy that he has been giving her. Just exemplary husbanding. Indeed. I don't care what. Well, first of all, certain political elites probably don't listen to this podcast, but
probably not.
I don't care. Just the spousal support that man is giving that woman, right, is exactly what we have been asking for since the dawn of time. We just want a man who's obsessed with us and obsessed with our success, who, when we get a new outfit, asks us to do a little spin.
Well, it's
all women want.
You know, I feel like the archetype for this is Gomez and Morticia Addams.
Yes, that is why Gomez is the perfect man.
Gomez and Morticia Addams is the blueprint for this sort of thing.
It's not about height. He's a short king. It's not about height. It's about what you do with that height. It's about the fact that he is like, I am unapologetically obsessed with my spouse. I will just put everything on the line for her. I will cheer for her unapologetically in front of everyone, including my friends, especially my friends, right? I will support her in all of her dreams and ambitions. I will never call her crazy and match her weird. We want match her weird. And remind her constantly how gorgeous she is. That is all woo and smart and talented, right? That is all we fucking want, is just the support, the cheerleaderness, and for you to take over some of the things that we're not good at, like documents.
Like researching things.
And researching things.
In this case. So I actually didn't think we'd need an ad break this episode, but we're going to take one just to be safe, and then we'll be right back. Welcome back.
I would be so annoyed if I would have broken up with him.
Well, yes, that would.
The other day, a friend of ours broke up with somebody.
That's true.
And it was a relationship of 4 months. We did not like this man. Am I wrong? We did not like this man.
We never met. Yeah.
And when she finally broke up with him 2 days ago, we bought her a cake.
We did.
And it said, maybe we could put this in the episode notes. With her permission.
Maybe.
With her permission.
The cake was great. It was delicious.
It said, congratulations on your breakup. We hated him.
It's true.
She knew that because we had talked about how she needs to break up with him. And she's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
She brought it up. And I was just like, do it. Because he's mean to you.
Yeah.
If a Gawyn broke up with Gawyn, I would buy her a cake.
I'd buy her a hell of a
I
cake.
would buy her a big old cake.
So, speaking of cake, dinner is something that we do actually still need to have tonight.
Please start the chapter.
Which was why we were going to do this shorter one. I'm here for all of this. I'm loving it. But again, in the realms of...
We're going to zip through it. It's 8 pages long.
Well, we say that, but we're 30 minutes in, and we haven't started.
I said what I said. We're
Do
going
you
to zip
have
through.
more notes, by the way?
No. I don't
Okay.
think... Wait, hold on. Hold on. No. Oh, I do. One last one. Sorry. Gawyn sunk cost fallacy, Tracan.
It's true. Gawyn watched the sun burn the clouds to death like Ali wanted to burn him to death in the west, the final light fading. That haze of perpetual gloom, which is what Ali feels whenever Gawyn is on the page, kept the sun itself shrouded, just as it hid the stars from his sight at night.
He's so moody.
I love this, by the way, this sun thing. This is very Shakespeare. This stars thing.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what decisions I'm making. I think I'm doing the wrong thing. And the stars are all out.
God, Gawyn's Hamlet, isn't he?
Knackers, in this case.
I'm thinking, I know, but like he's very to be or not to be right now.
Yes,
he's
also
very
Hamlet.
indecisive.
Yeah, but
and he's mean to his girlfriend.
He is. Well, yeah.
I don't think that there's anything meaner than taking out men in her army.
No. I'm just saying that the Ophelia thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Well, I hope it doesn't turn out that way.
Shouldn't. I'm just saying that.
I hope not. Gus, look me in the eyes.
Hamlet doesn't want to be mean to Ophelia.
Look me in the eyes.
Right? I mean, that's always...
Does this end tragically?
I can't tell you that.
Gus.
But Hamlet's mean to Ophelia, so Ophelia stops hanging around him and won't be culpable for the things he does. Unfortunately, she, drowns herself instead. But...
that's not great.
No, that doesn't go the way he wanted it to. We can't talk about Shakespeare every week. Just kidding.
And then they all die.
In Hamlet, spoilers.
And then Fat Ham came out.
That's a great play. That's a great play. That's a really good play. Won a Tony. No, Pulitzer.
Both?
Maybe. Great play. Really, really, really funny play. Really well written. Anyway, the reference I was making is during the dagger speech, the titular character of the Scottish play, which I will not say the name of, is like, the stars don't even want to fucking look at me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so stressed about this.
No, you're just in Los Angeles, baby.
You can't see his light pollution. So they're watching some scouts.
You can see some of them.
And Giselle goes, let's engage them. And Gawyn is like, there's like kids and shit down there, man. There's like civilians and kids and also my girlfriend's soldiers, but I'm not going to comment on that. But there's like children and shit down there, dude.
I just feel like we should realize Elida sucks.
Gawyn?
She's a bad boss.
Giselle said, I count barely a dozen of them. If we send Roddick's squad to come in from the north, we'll cut off both sides.
She actively wants him dead,
and smash
he
them
knows
between
that.
us. It's getting dark enough. They won't see us coming. We could take them
and
without
his
so much as
girlfriend, his sister, and a bunch of other cool people are on the other side.
running up a ladder. And the villagers? Gawyn asked. There are children down there. That hasn't stopped us other times. Those times were different. The last 3 villages they've searched point a direct line toward Dorlan. If this group vanishes, the next one will wonder what it was they nearly uncovered. We draw the entire army's eye in this direction. But no, Gawyn said softly. We have to know when to fall back, Giselle. We came all this way for nothing.
Wait, have they been killing refugees? Is that what's happening? Is that what's being implied?
They have attacked scouting parties who went into villages. I think the implication is they were okay with collateral. I don't know if there was collateral damage, but they were like, because what are the scouts doing?
Checking for enemies, right?
They're coming in, they're buying food.
Oh, yeah.
And they're letting people join if they want.
Yeah, but there's no compulsory thing.
No,
they're like
there's
treating
not.
everybody real nicely.
Explicitly not. Yes. Everyone is worried that they're going to start doing conscription, but they're not.
Nah, Gareth Bryn seems cool.
He seems chill. And so Gawyn is like, yeah, man, we have intercepted them doing this before.
Spanking thing.
Well,
but again, we will just pretend. We will throw that in the trash.
I am so glad we have this button back.
Carefully researched trash compactor.
What? Oh. We don't have a trash compactor.
I know.
Yeah.
But if we did, it would be carefully
researched. It would be
researched.
very researched. I'm glad we have this button back. I like this button. It's soothing.
I haven't seen a trash compactor in a long time.
Your parents have one.
They do?
Yeah, your dad has one.
Oh, different parents.
Yeah.
Than I was thinking of.
Yeah, your dad's got one.
He does?
Yes.
In his house?
Yes.
Do we use it?
He does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, aside from my dad's weird-ass house, I haven't seen... I'm just kidding.
Well, I feel like trash compactors were more
they were kind of a big thing for a minute, right?
Yeah, and I feel like they're a thing industrially.
Yeah, of course.
But I feel like...
But like in a house.
Personal trash compactors...
First of all, they scare me.
Probably aren't really worth the squeeze. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. That wasn't meant to be a pun, but I'll take it.
Good pun.
Fat-handed the thing there.
Yeah, but I haven't seen one in someone's house in a minute.
No.
Other than apparently my father's. But I just don't notice that exists because I don't think anyone uses it but him.
Yeah.
Well, all right then.
Anyway.
I guess they fell out of fashion.
I guess.
It never really occurred to me that had happened. But come to think of it, they used to be in The Sims and now they're not in The Sims anymore either.
Because, I think of trash compactors, I think of Star Wars.
Well, yeah,
I think of the trash compactor in Star Wars. I think of Half-Life.
I think of Monsters, Inc.
There's a level in Half-Life with a trash compactor. Monsters, Inc.
Because remember when they thought that Boog went in the trash compactor, which is, by the way, the reason I would be afraid of a trash compactor.
If you have a trash compactor, let us know. Now I'm curious.
Send us a pic.
Well, or not.
Or don't.
You don't need to take a pic of your trash can.
But definitely let us know.
Let us know, though.
Well, they could.
You could, but you don't have to. I don't sound like a bunch of fucking pieces of trash. Oh, jeez. I already get people telling me to fuck off all the time. It's fair. Funny. There is a certain extent to which I get an email that says, fuck you, Gus. And I'm like, oh. And then I remember and I'm like, oh.
Maybe if you do that, now it's too late, but maybe put lighthearted in parentheses when you're sending that in parentheticals.
It's a reference to, if you're just now joining us, reference to something from, 145 episodes ago.
Like at least
where I cut a joke and you said, everyone tell Gus, fuck you, because he cut the joke.
And at the time we had 50 listeners.
Yes,
and true. I knew every single one of them by face and name.
And you said, even if you're listening to this in 5 years, little did we know. Yeah.
That still, to this day, you get fuck
you, Gus,
which
emailed
is
to me. I'm like,
so funny to me every time.
It is funny.
Just maybe if you're going to send something like that, put lighthearted in the subject.
They've already sent it at this point. Whatever, it's fine.
Well, maybe they'll go back.
So Gawyn Gisao. He thinks about Gareth Bryn. He thinks we've talked about most of this. I think you're right. This isn't going to take very long at all.
I told you.
He's like, why do I keep on ending up fighting against my mentors? Should I reflect on this? Maybe a little bit. Also, why do I keep thinking about murdering my old teachers? That happens sometimes, right? I shouldn't have to worry about that or reflect on that anymore. It was years ago.
It's trauma. You made a bad call and you killed 2 people and now you're afraid to do the right thing and about face. But I'm telling you, Eggy Annan has probably killed people and threw her whole culture away.
Also, why is Gareth Bryn working for Gawyn? Should I reflect on this? Maybe I should reflect on this.
All of my friends are on the other side. Gareth Bryn, Gawyn, my sister, my brother, though he doesn't know that yet. Probably.
He wasn't certain he had duty or honor left to him. Perhaps his guilt about Hamar.
My soon-to-be brother-in-law is on the other side.
His nightmares of war and death at Demise Wells were due to the slow realization that he might have given his allegiance to the wrong side. His loyalty belonged to Elaine and Egwene. What, then, was he still doing fighting a battle he didn't care about? Helping a side
What, indeed?
that, by all accounts, was opposed to the one Elaine and Egwene had chosen.
Buy the can opener, Gus.
They're just accepted, he told himself. Elaine and Egwene didn't choose this side. They're just doing what they've been ordered to do.
Okay, wait, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, Gawyn, I am throwing a Gawyn switched sides party on Saturday. Next Saturday. So by next Saturday, you better switch sides, otherwise the cake's going to be really awkward.
Gawyn, buy the TV.
Buy the TV,
Buy
Gawyn.
the TV.
I'll even click the send button for you. See? It was all relevant.
It was. So they jaunt off and ride back to where they are packing up.
I don't know if
camped up.
Gawyn is jaunty.
They don't. Glancing upward, Gawyn missed the stars. They hid their faces from him behind those clouds. Oh, these are weird fucking magic clouds, by the way. Like Aiel behind black veils.
Shall to be counted.
Where did we go wrong, Rajar?
In the darkness.
Wrong, Lord Gawyn? Rajar asked. I don't know we did anything wrong. We couldn't have known which villages that patrol would choose to respect, or that they wouldn't turn along the old wagon ride road, as you had hoped. Some of the men may be confused, but it was right. Right, they're all children, aren't they? But it was right to withdraw. I wasn't talking about the raid, Gawyn said. I'm talking about this whole bloody situation. You shouldn't have to go on supply raids or spend your time killing scouts. You should have become a warder to some freshly minted Aes Sedai by now. And the guy is like, well, hey, man, you know what? Sometimes you get the bear, and sometimes you die.
The bear gets you.
Yeah. The wheel weaves as the wheel wills, the guy says, and Gawyn goes, well, it wove us into a hole. And Elida
That was genuinely funny.
Elida doesn't seem too eager to pull us out of it. They're like,
no, and she hasn't.
Hey, man, it's the Pope. It's fine.
Dithering?
Don't worry about it.
How long have we been dithering? Since
Book 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
God, this puts you to shame. This amount of dithering.
Uh-huh.
Good God. See, this is what he needs. He needs Egwene. He needs Egwene to go, I am throwing a Gawyn switch sides party on Saturday.
Will you be there?
Will you be there? I'll be there.
He's also like...
Gareth Bryn will be there.
Man,
all your friends. Elaine will be there.
I really feel like Elida's trying to get me actively killed as well.
Which is why I'm like, why are you hesitating? If someone were trying to kill me... Listen, I don't even think this is that much of a, like, I stick with my gut. I go with my decisions. I don't look back. Like, it's not, like, I'm not hard like that. You know? When I say... If I were suspecting that someone was going to kill me, I would 180 so fast. I would heel turn instantly.
I do think there's an element of this, which is like the kind of soldiery type of impulse where you go like, I might die, but I don't have the full picture. It is possible that...
No.
Well, but that is a real thing, though.
No.
Not in this case, I know, but
I'm saying I wouldn't work for anyone because military is still a job. I would not work for anybody who was putting my life at risk, without talking to me about it.
Okay, I get that, but...
Nope. That's some masculinity bullshit.
I don't necessarily... What I am trying to ping on a little bit is Gawyn's entire life has been dedicated to responsibility and duty, to just obedience and loyalty,
which is a problem, in my opinion.
Okay, let me. Yeah.
I'm not saying. Here's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that like doing your duty is for suckers or something like that. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying that like sacrificing your life for a greater cause is not a noble thing to do. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that I think Gawyn's problem is that I think that there is a line between like necessary sacrifice and like being a bit of a sucker.
Sure.
There are two different, that is a line, right? That we can determine. I think we both can determine that Gawyn's in the sucker camp.
Gawyn is definitely in the sucker camp.
Right? I know that there is like a bunch of complexity with this issue in terms of war and like your duty and obedience and following orders and like da 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 da. But I think, right, that Gawyn is in a leadership position.
Yes, that's true.
And his life is objectively, allegedly valuable.
Yes.
So if he is being sacrificed without his A-OK, he deserves to know about that, considering he's got a larger duty not to Elida, to Elaine and Andor.
That is, and he is mulling on that a lot right now. He's like, I should really be with Elaine. But this is stupid.
I gotta be honest, if I were working for somebody, right, if I were in an army where I believed, and I have said this before about other things, where I believed that my life was not at least a little valued by the person I worked for, right? That like if they had to put me in harm's way, that would be a difficult decision that they would weigh carefully. Then I wouldn't work for that person. Like, yes, shit happens in war and you have to make shitty decisions, but I would only want to be working for somebody, right, who at least really weighed that decision and gave a shit about that decision.
Yeah.
Elida doesn't give a shit about Gawyn, and he knows that.
Well, and I think that is you're correct, and usually are, always are, almost always. Some of your theories have been wrong in the past. Anyway, I see women as great.
But see, there's a difference here, right, between like the way, well, and I've had issues with how Perrin and Rand and Matt have treated their people before, but for the most part, they at least have the decency to give a shit.
Yeah, and also, you know, Gawyn is right that in this case, Elida is actively like, can I just get these fucking assholes killed?
She wants them in harm's way actively.
She explicitly wants them to die. Not for the cause. She just wants them to die.
Because she keeps putting them in positions to die.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing, once is an accident, but this is like repeated attempts at killing them.
She's treating them the same way Perrin treated the prophets rabble-y type of zealot, you know, ear chopper
and
fucking...
like if Massimo were thinking, he'd realize that he had been put in a trap.
Yeah.
And that he wouldn't have won. And you know what Massimo did after that? Stop working for Perrin.
He did.
He stopped working for Perrin. So is Massimo more on the up and up than Gawyn? If so, embarrassing.
Well, not anymore. He's dead now. But, you know.
I'm just saying, Massimo was like, fuck you then. Gawyn, get it together, my man.
Elida has also sent the 300 younglings
the blender
to harry and attack the 50,000 hardened soldier army commanded by the great Captain Gareth Bryn. And he's like, this is stupid. This is really stupid. I can't harry the fucking Gareth Bryn. This is insane. This is ridiculous.
What? 50,000 versus 300?
300 versus 50,000. Yeah.
Yeah, those are bad odds.
Gawyn's
She
attacks
doesn't care if you live or
were
die.
next to meaningless. It was enough to make a man think that the Amerlin just wanted him and the other younglings out of the way.
Oh, gee.
Before Dumais Wells, Gawyn had suspected that was the case. Now he was growing certain.
I think... And
yet you continue to follow her orders, he thought to himself.
Also, all your friends are on the other side. Why are you fighting your friends?
Gawyn couldn't risk killing any more of Bryn's scouts without giving himself away. It was time to head back to Dorlan.
You know what I would do? I would ride into camp and say, hey, Daddy Bryn, I'm here. Your long-lost stepson.
Hey, boss.
Ex-stepson.
We are switching.
I'm switching sides. I'm switching sides.
Perhaps the Aes Sedai there would have a suggestion on how to proceed. He hunkered down on his horse and continued riding into the night. Light, I wish I could see the stars, he thought.
In your multitude.
I love this chapter. This is a great chapter.
To be counted.
Man, I fucking love this book. I forgot that, like, so far, we're 100 and some pages in. All bangers.
It's popping.
All bangers.
It's popping off. I am loving it, actually. The past, like, these chapters were a delight.
Non-stop
And now
bangers.
that I realize where they're probably going with this whole Avienda thing, that chapter was even more interesting. No, come on.
Raffo.
They're teaching her about confidence.
Non-stop bangers so far.
Avienda, you're a confident kid. Divorce camp.
That's the song.
To feel, learning to choose. Wait, no. Learning to choose how I feel each day as a confident kid.
Well, we're gonna
Everything I feel is really okay.
We're gonna go eat dinner. Thanks for listening, everyone. We have social media. This ended up being almost an hour long, and I have no regrets.
I have no regrets either.
This has been Wheel Takes. Thank you for listening. We have social media. If you want to know what we've got going on, it's linked down below. We also have Patreon. If you want to support us that way, it's patreon.com/wheeltakes, and you can always leave us a rating and a review, which helps a lot. Other than that, anything else, Allie?
God understands how I feel each day. He's helping me grow
song.
in a healthy ways. As a confident kid, don't have to be glad if I'm feeling sad. I don't have to smile if I'm mad for a while. I'm learning to feel, to be honest and real. I'm growing a confident kid.
You learned this song when you were like 6?
Yes.
You are
songs
incredible.
I never forget. Isn't that weird?
That is nuts. Makes sense. Good for you.
Yeah.
Well done.
No, that was a song that we had to sing at the divorce camp at the local church that my parents sent me to after they got divorced.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Bye.
Bye.